Hi guys, welcome back to Midnight Laundry. This is Andrea. And as you can tell from my voice, I'm sick. That's a Mean Girls reference. Hope you guys get it. But anyway, since my voice is still not back to normal, I feel like it's not the right time to do my regular episode. I'm actually planning to start a new book club series, and I will be talking about Jane Eyre, and I think I should be talking about it once my voice is back to normal. And so I think this is the right time for me to do something that's fun and light. And so today I will actually be doing a couple of Jane Austen quizzes because I feel like that's really fun, and if my scores are terrible, then you guys can laugh at me. I don't really mind. I think it's just a good way to know that no matter how many times you have read a book, or no matter how many times I've read Jane Austen's all 6 novels, there are still so many things that I don't know or I cannot remember clearly, or a lot of details that I've missed. But before we get started, I just want to talk about a couple of things that I love, because recently I've been listening to this podcast called Voice Note with Jordan Teresa. Jordan Teresa is a very famous YouTuber. She does video essays on YouTube, and her channel is amazing. So you guys, if you love video essays, go check out her channel. But anyways, she has a podcast. You can also find it on YouTube as well. And in her podcast episodes, she would be talking about like all the things she is currently listening to or watching. And I find that to be really interesting, because even though I might not be searching for all the things she mentioned, it's still nice to know what people are up to, I guess. And yeah, so for the past week, I've been obsessed with so many different Chinese dramas. And one thing about Chinese drama is that sometimes it's so difficult for me to find a drama that I enjoy. But when I do find one that I like, I'm like so obsessed to the point where it's a little bit out of control. And so everything actually started, I think, 2 weeks ago. I realized that one of my favorite actors, Ryan Ding, he has this new show on Netflix called Love Game in Eastern Fantasy. And after watching like 5 episodes, I was like fully obsessed. I thought it was so fun and so romantic, and he, as always, did a wonderful job. But then later I realized that the pacing was a bit weird, and so I started watching another drama of his. It's called Melody of Golden Age, and I highly recommend that one. It's so romantic, and the whole story is very captivating. The acting is amazing. The music, the aesthetics. I mean, like I'll give it like 8.5 stars. Highly recommend it if you're into Chinese dramas. And Ryan Ding is just like amazing all the time. I'm just so obsessed with him. Ryan Ding is actually one of the reasons why I got into Chinese dramas, and sometimes it's really sad because although his acting is always amazing, sometimes the stories are not that great, and so sometimes you gotta have to endure a lot of boring plot lines in order to see his amazing acting. But I think in Melody of Golden Age, you don't have to do that. Like the whole story is just like pretty good. And yeah, so if you love Ryan Ding, this is a drama that you can't not miss out. And yeah, so that's what I've been watching. And as for what I'm listening to, actually I'm a huge fan of a survival show called School, SCOOL. And if you listen to my previous episodes, or if you subscribe to my newsletter, you might know that I love so many of the boys from the show, and I love the theme song. It's so good. It's called Dream of You. It has a Korean version and a Chinese version. I think both of them are really great. And so if you love survival show, is that called a survival show? I'm not really sure. But anyways, like in the end, they will have like 7 members, and they will debut on the show, I think on November 30th. And so I'm just so nervous about everything, because I think so many of them are so talented and they're so amazing. They're all my babies. So I don't know what to expect. But anyways, I'm very invested in this whole selecting members process. And yeah, so I've been listening to the theme song nonstop, and what I'm looking forward to seeing on the big screen is the Wicked movie. I saw the performance when I was in London last year, and it was so good. Like, even if you're not someone who's into musical, I still highly recommend Wicked, just because the whole setting and the whole singing are just like so mesmerizing. And I think everyone would be very obsessed at the end of the show. Yeah, I think it's just a show that's meant for everyone, in my humble opinion. And anyways, I heard so many good things about the movie. And also I get to see one of my favorite actors, Jonathan Bailey, in the movie. So I'm so excited for it, and I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Yeah, so these are the things that I am currently loving. And I just finished the book, Stay True. And I feel like I really do need to read the original version because I've heard that his writing is very beautiful. Although I think the translator did an amazing job, I still really want to experience firsthand like how Xu Hua's writing is like in English. And so if you guys have read the book Stay True in English, please tell me how you think about it. And I think there are so many things that I can relate to, but also he's a lot older than me. So there are also many things that I find really foreign. He's in Taiwanese American, so his background is definitely very different from mine, and the music he listened to when he was in college was also really different. But I think there are so many things that are relatable because essentially it's a book about mourning the passing of a friend, and as someone who really values friendship, I do really find the memoir to be touching. And so I highly recommend you guys check the book out, and I think it will be really great if you can enjoy his writing in English. But anyways, the Chinese translation is really amazing, so don't get me wrong. And yeah, so let's get into today's quizzes. I just tried to find 2 quizzes online. I'm not really sure if they're going to be super difficult or not. Hopefully I get to answer some of them correctly. So this first quiz, I found it on The Guardian, and this article is 12 years old. It's a quiz from a long time ago. So this quiz is called Jane Austen, The Ultimate Quiz. So I will be putting the questions on the screen if you're watching it on YouTube or on Spotify. If you're listening to this through podcast platforms, then you can, just listen to me reading the questions out loud. Question 1. Who is the oldest single woman in Austen's novels to catch a husband? So here are 4 options. 1 is Anne Elliot. 2 is Mr. Woodhouse's widowed mother. 3 is Miss Taylor. 4 is Charlotte Lucas. Okay. I know Charlotte Lucas is 27. I think the answer might be Miss Taylor, because Miss Taylor, I assume she's like maybe close to 30 or maybe over 30. Is that right? I don't think it's Anne Elliot. I think she might be close to 27. So maybe not Anne Elliot, not Charlotte Lucas. I think Miss Taylor. It's only the first question and now I'm stuck. Okay, Miss Taylor. Okay, it's the correct answer. Yay. And question number 2. What is Emma's annual income? Okay. 1, 500 pounds. 2, 1,000 pounds. 3, 1,500 pounds. 4, nothing. All her money goes to the poor. Definitely not 4. 1,500 pounds? Is that you? Oh, okay. It's the right answer. Lucky me. Okay. Question number 3. Apart from Mr. Darcy, what does Elizabeth call her husband to be? Okay. 1, Fitzwilliam. 2, babe. What? 3, sir. 4, Darcy. Definitely not babe. Would that be Fitzwilliam? Sir? Darcy? Sir would be a bit formal, I feel like. Darcy? Fitzwilliam? Okay, I think Fitzwilliam. Let it be true. It's Darcy. Gosh, okay. Question 4. Who is persuaded to give up their carriage in an Austen novel? 1, Mr. Woodhouse's drunken coachman. 2, Mr. Bennet. 3, Mrs. Elton. 4, Mrs. Dashwood. I want to say Mrs. Dashwood. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like since the Dashwoods, they in the beginning of the novel, they are not really in a good situation financially. I think that's more possible. So let me guess Mrs. Dashwood. Yay, okay. Question number 5. Who courts a new partner while still dressed in mourning for a previous one? 1, Mr. Elliot. 2. Captain Harville. 3. Lady Catherine de Bourgh, the Merry Widow. 4. Mrs. Grant. I think it's Captain Harville, right? Because Captain Harville, I think he lost his fiance, and then he quickly just falls in love with the girl from Persuasion. Okay, so let me guess. It's Captain Harville. No? Mr. Elliot? Oh my goodness, Mr. Elliot is the cousin of Anne Elliot. Stupid me. Oh my gosh. My bad. Okay. Question number 6. Who nearly drowns in the sea? 1. Jane Fairfax. 2. Marianne Dashwood. 3. Louisa Musgrove. 4. Captain Wentworth's pet dog. Wait, I think it's Jane Fairfax. It's the time when she meets the guy. What's his name? Churchill. Okay, so Jane Fairfax. Yay. Okay. Question number 7. Which husband in Austen is thought not to have sex with his wife? Ooh. Okay. 1. Mr. Morland. 2. Dr. Grant. 3. Mr. Collins because he's too moral. 4. Mr. Price. Okay. Okay. I truly don't know the answer. So let me just pick Mr. Collins. Oh, Dr. Grant. So Dr. Grant is a character from Mansfield Park, and I haven't reread the story for a long time. I've definitely forgotten about this character. And okay, question number 7. Which of these characters never actually speaks? 1. Mrs. Phillips. 2. Miss Bates. 3. Georgiana Darcy. 4. Any of the servants at any time whatsoever. I think it's 4. Because Miss Bates talks a lot, and Georgiana Darcy definitely, she talks in Pride and Prejudice, right? And Mrs. Phillips, wait. Gosh, this one is hard. Let me pick 4. It's Georgiana Darcy? So apparently, even though I've read Pride and Prejudice so many times, I still got this answer wrong. Question number 5. Which man finds he has proposed marriage without knowing it? First option, every unmarried man who meets one of Mrs. Bennet's daughters. 2. Edward Ferrars. 3. Captain Wentworth. 4. Henry Crawford. I think it's Edward Ferrars. He doesn't know what he's doing most of the time. He is a nice and kind guy, but he doesn't have the guts to do so many of the things. So I would pick Edward Ferrars. No? Captain Wentworth? Oh, okay. So the answer is Captain Wentworth because in Persuasion, I think his behavior is kind of confusing to a lot of the girls. So probably that's why. Okay. Things are not looking well because we are at the end of the quiz. So question number 10. Whose marriage was assured when a man offered her his umbrella? 1. Fanny Price. 2. Mrs. Weston. 3. Harriet Smith. 4. Miss Bates. Not Miss Bates, because Miss Bates is not married at the end of Emma. Okay, let me just guess. Maybe Mrs. Weston. Yay! Okay. So I got 5 questions right. It says, if you were a character, you'd be Harriet Smith. Are you saying that I'm not smart? I feel personally attacked. But anyways, it's fair. I only got half of them right. And so now let's move on to the next quiz. I'm now at the official website of Jane Austen. And so on this website, you can find so many different quizzes and you can find so much information about Jane Austen Festival and Jane Austen gift shop. So it's an amazing website. And so here I found this quiz called the Jane Austen Quiz, Actions and Reactions. I'm hoping that I can get some of these right because, on this website, there are so many quizzes and some of them are really, really difficult. Like there's one called Literature Within Literature. It's really hard. Yeah, so if you're very confident in your Jane Austen novel knowledge, you can challenge yourself with that quiz. But anyways, I'm going to try this one. I'm going to go gentle on myself. Okay, so let's get started. Question number 1. In Northanger Abbey, what word does Henry Tilney tease Catherine Morland about? So we have 4 options: charming, nice, like, lovely. I think it's either charming or nice. Which one is it? Charming? Okay, I'm going to guess charming. Oh, it's nice. Okay. Question number 2. In Emma, who is Emma insulting at the picnic, resulting in Mr. Knightley telling her off? I know this one. We have Jan Fairfax, Miss Bates, Mr. Knightley, Mrs. Elton. It's definitely Miss Bates. Yay. Question number 3. In Pride and Prejudice, which of these is a response Mr. Collins has in relation to Lydia running away with Mr. Wickham? Okay, so option 1, that he always knew there was something wicked about Lydia. Option 2, that he will need to distance himself from the Bennet family. 3, that he is sure that God will forgive her. Definitely not this one. He's not that nice, right? Okay. Option 4, that he will go to London to help Mr. Bennet look for her. I think option 1, that he always knew that there was something wrong, something wicked about Lydia. It's number 2. Okay. Question 4. In Sense and Sensibility, what item of clothing does Marianne object to Colonel Brandon wearing? Okay. Option 1, a flannel waistcoat. 2, tweed trousers. 3, a velvet smoking jacket. 4, satin breeches. I don't know the answer. I'm just going to guess a flannel waistcoat. Yay, I'm right. Question 5. In Mansfield Park, how does Henry Crawford sneakily give a gift to Fanny Price? Option 1, by leaving it on her bedside table. Option 2, via Sir Thomas Bertram. Option 3, by slipping it into her pocket. Option 4, via his sister. I think option 3 or 4. Via his sister. Okay, I'm guessing 4. Yay! Okay. Question number 6. In Persuasion, where does Anne Elliot first see William Elliot? We have 4 places. 1 is in Portsmouth, 2 in London, 3 in Bath, 4 in Lyme. I think it's when they are in Lyme. They first met when they're in Lyme, right? Yay! Okay. Question number 7. In Sense and Sensibility, what item from Norland does Fanny Dashwood want to keep to stop Mrs. Dashwood taking away? So first one is the carriage. Second one is the best servant. The third one is the silver. The fourth one is the china. Would that be the best servants? No? The silver? Okay, I'm guessing the silver. Oh, it's the china. Okay. Question number 8. In Emma, who declines to dance with Harriet Smith and, in doing so, greatly embarrasses her. Okay, so we have 4 people: Robert Martin, Frank Churchill, Mr. Elton, and Mr. Knightley. It's definitely going to be Mr. Elton because he is a freaking bad guy. Yay. Question number 9. In Pride and Prejudice, what piece of information does Elizabeth decline to give Lady Catherine when they dine at Rosings? So first one is the name of her sister's sweetheart. The second one is her list of accomplishments. 3 is her age. 4, her annual income. Definitely her age, because I remember this part clearly. And if you guys have watched the movie version, you guys will probably remember it. And yeah, so it's her age. Okay, last question. Question number 10. In Persuasion, what is Anne Elliot's advice will be in danger should Kellynch Hall be let to tenants? So there are 4 things. The first one is her library. The second one is her flower beds. The third one is her painting. The fourth one is her wild woodland. Maybe her library? Her library, I think. No, her flower beds? Gosh, okay. I only got 6 of them right. And so the quiz tells me, good work. Clearly, you have thoroughly read all of Jane Austen's novels. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. I feel comforted. Thank you. So apparently there are so many things that I still don't remember. I feel slightly ashamed and I should be rereading them very soon in the future. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and you can tell me how many of them you got correctly, and if you got all of them correctly, I give you my respect. And hopefully my voice doesn't sound too bad. And I hope you guys stay healthy, stay warm, stay happy. And if you have more topic suggestion for me, you can message me on Instagram. You can leave a comment on Spotify or on YouTube or wherever you can find me. And thank you so much for listening. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next episode or my next video. Bye!